Modhera Sun Temple is not just an architectural marvel, but it is a place where science blends with art. This temple has taken science and intelligence to a next level. In my last video, we saw the beauty of the Surya Kund. And today, join me to explore ancient wisdom of India through Sun Temple Surya Mandir. This temple has three parts. One is Surya Kund, what we saw, and now behind me is Sabha Mandap, and then towards the other side is Garbha Mandap, Garbhagruha. Generally in many temples, both Sabha Mandapa and Garbhagruha are connected, but here they are separated. Sabha Mandapa and Gudha Mandapa are separated by a small passage. I am spellbound looking at the magnificent architecture and the carvings. Every time I stand in front of such wonderful temple, I get goosebumps and a mixed feeling of awe, at the same time a sense of loss. Modhera Sun Temple is a cradle of science, astrology and astronomy. Imagine, maybe 1000 years back, there would have been a Gurukula where Vedanga Jyotisha along with astronomy, mathematics, geometry were taught. Why I am saying this? If you know about those incredible facts about the temple, you do agree with me, maybe this was a Gurukula to teach all the science and mathematics and astronomy and astrology. What are those incredible facts about this temple? Number one, there are 52 pillars which are denoting 52 weeks of a year. Generally, pillars are built as a support, as a functional requirement. But here, the designer, the Sthapati, and whoever has conceived this idea has taken it to next level, denoting 52 weeks of a year with 52 numbers of pillars. Surya Kund leads to the east side of the Sabha Mandapa. So let's see how many pillars. Going to count them now. Each entrance, the Sabha Mandapa has 4 entrances. Each entrance has got 4 pillars. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 into 4 sides, 32. And each corner there are 5 pillars. 5 into 4, 20. Together 52. Easily I can count them. Yes, there are 52 pillars representing weeks of a year. Pillars are artistically carved with multiple narrations from our epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. Here Bhima is shaking the tree and threatening all his friends. Sandstone is used as the main material for building this temple. While pillars are eye-catchy, ceiling also equally competes with the pillars. Dome-shaped ceiling in the center of the Sabha Mandapa is the main attraction, and there are many toranas all around the openings. There are 4 openings. At each opening there are beautiful toranas. Some are broken, some are intact. Between the pillars, ceiling is carved in this way. Look at the depth. At least there is more than 1 feet of depth, showing different intricate designs. Sabha Mandapa leads to Gudha Mandapa. Second fact is about elephants. Elephants you would have seen in multiple temples as Gajapetika, a frieze of elephants carved outside the outside wall of the temple. But in this temple, in the Sabha Mandapa, there are 364 elephants. Yes, you heard it right. 364 elephants representing 364 days of a year. There are 364 elephants if you count. Then there is one more different animal, maybe it is a tiger or lion in the Sabha Mandapa. third fact is about lotus. In India, we know how lotus is affiliated with sun. Entire temple, both Sabha Mandapa and Gudha Mandapa, are based on an inverted lotus. Lotus is the flower which blooms upon the sunrise, which also symbolizes we human beings, how we blossom upon the sunrise. Because for us, sun is the source of our life. We can't do anything else without sun. After Sabha Mandap, now I am getting into the main temple. Main attribute of sun god is lotus. He holds lotus in his both the hands. Fourth fact is Adityas. In the Gudha Mandapa, towards the western side of the Gudha Mandapa, we can see 12 Adityas are carved. They are the different forms of sun god. Why 12 number? 12 representing 12 months of the year. And it also symbolizes 12 zodiac signs. Adityas are believed to be born out of Aditi. And they are different forms of sun. There are different stories about the birth of Adityas. Reference is not something 1000 years old. They have Aditya's reference, we can see, go back to many Puranas. It is mentioned in Samba Purana, it is mentioned in Surya Purana and many other Puranas, Matsya Purana, Varaha Purana. Many Puranas have the reference of 12 Adityas. And these 12 Adityas represent 12 months of Hindu calendar, Chaitra, Vaishakha and so on. Each one representing different forms of, different attributes of sun. Like Parjanya and Varuna represent water.
Tato yuddha parishrantam samare chintaya sthitam.
In Aditya Hridaya, there is a line, Dwadashatman Namostute. Aditya Hridayam is the hymn dedicated to Aditya. It was taught by Agastya to Rama in the Ramayana. 12 Adityas corresponding to Hindu calendar are Dhata, Aryaman, Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Vivaswan, Twastha, Vishnu, Amshuman, Bhaga, Pusha and Parjanya. This knowledge from our ancient scripture is celebrated in the temple through the carvings of 12 Adityas, inside the temple as well as outside the temple. Bhagavata has associated 12 Adityas with sages like Pulastya, Atri, Vashishta, Angira, Bhrigu, Jamadagni and so on. Even that is carved in this temple along with Adityas. We can also see ascetics carved on the wall.
Jagrato drishtva yuddhaya samupasthitam दैवतैश्च समागम्य द्रष्टुमभ्यागतो रणम् उपगम्याब्रवीद्रामम् अगस्त्यो भगवान् ऋषिः राम राम महाबाहो शृणु गुह्यं सनातनं येन सर्वान् नरीन् वत्स समरे विजयिष्यसि.
As per iconography, almost all North Indian sun images, Surya will wear a long kirita, a hat which is a clear Persian influence. Because Persian or Iranian priest came to India during that time, I think images are influenced by that. And he wears, invariably he wears shoes. He is the only god we see in Hindu sculpture who wears shoes. And he also wears for his waist a waistband. In this sculpture you can see, I'll put this picture, very close up picture of the Surya image. South Indian Surya images doesn't have gumboots like North Indian sun images. All the 12 images are almost similar. Here Surya is standing in an upright pedestal of 7 prancing horses. Aruna is holding the reins. Some images even have kavacha.
सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षय्यं परमं शिवम्.
Next one is 108 number. 108 is a very significant, sacred and mystical number for all of us. Not only Indian tradition but many traditions across the globe believe in 108. It is a very important number. 108 is also associated with sun. 108 times the diameter of earth is the diameter of sun. Distance between sun and earth is the 108 times the diameter of sun. Distance between moon and earth is 108 times the diameter of moon. Not only this, there are multiple 108 significance that I can mention, like 108 Shivagana, and some numbers when you multiply, like our constellations are 27 and they have 4 parts. 27 into 4, again we come to 108 number. I can go on giving different reference for 108, but this number is certainly associated with sun, and no wonder they have designed 108 temples inside the Surya Kund in front of the temple.
सर्वदेवात्मको ह्येष तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः येष देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पाति खभस्तिभिः येष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दः प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदः कालो यमः सोमो.
And the last one is equinox day, sun rays. On the day of equinox, both on March 21st and September 22nd, on both the days, sun rays directly fall directly into the Garbhagriha. Today there is no deity. There is a huge deep cavity and it is locked up. Inside this Garbhagriha once stood golden sun god on his 7 horses, and he had diamond crown. The sunlight on the day of equinox was directly falling on the crown, and it was illuminating the whole Gudha Mantapa and Sabha Mantapa. Just imagine the brilliance. I have not been there on equinox day, but the guide Vipul Rawal has visited the temple on the day of equinox and he has taken brilliant pictures which I am going to share it with you. This is how it looks today where one Surya stood. For the safety of the travelers, ASI has provided a gate and they have locked it. There is a deep 10 feet cavity inside this. After Muslim invaders plundered the temple, no one knows what happened to the Murti of the sun god.
येष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दः प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदः कालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः पितरो वसवः साध्या ह्यश्विनो मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वह्निः प्रजा प्राणान् ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः आदित्य सविता सूर्यः खगः पूषा गभस्तिमान् सुवर्णसदृशो भानुः हिरण्यरेता दिवाकरः.
Now, what do you think about this temple? Isn't it an incredible temple showing our ancient wisdom? I am not done yet with Modhera temple. I am going to come back with another video with some different facts about the temple. Until then, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीद मम भास्कर दिवाकर नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकर नमोऽस्तु ते सप्ताश्वरथमारूढं प्रचण्डं कश्यपात्मजं श्वेतपद्मधरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् लोहितं रथमारूढं सर्वलोकपितामहम् महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् त्रैगुण्यं च महाशूरं ब्रह्मविष्णुमहेश्वरम् महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् बृंहितं तेजसां पुञ्जं वायुमाकाशमेव च प्रभुं च सर्वलोकानां तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् बन्धूकपुष्पसङ्काशं हारकुण्डलभूषितम् एकचक्रधरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम् तं सूर्यं जगत्कर्तारं महातेजः प्रदीपनं महापापहरं देवं